Welcome back to the vlog. 5:03 a.m. If you watched the last episode, you'll know that I'm in a shepherd's hut somewhere in the Peak District with a beautiful view, beautifully quiet, and it would have been an incredible location for the video that I'm shooting here. You can imagine sweeping drone shots of the sunset of the. I've done this on other videos where misty sunrise. You can imagine that footage, can't you? The big problem, is that since yesterday morning, it basically hasn't stopped raining. And what's the date? It is 23rd of May. And I thought, well, maybe that was just yesterday. Maybe yesterday was just an unlucky day in terms of weather. Day 2 will be better, surely. I think it's worse. Oh, it's such a shame. This would have been... I mean, there's mist now. We didn't have mist yesterday, so that's new. You can't see the kind of the ridge of that hill. You could just imagine, can't you, what it would have been like if it was nice weather. But it's not. It's horrendous. And the challenge that I've got today is that I've got to film the stuff about the car, and more worryingly, the bike. Now, the good thing, I suppose the kind of the thing that we did right was that we shot the B-roll for the car on Monday, and we did it in beautiful weather, which I know there's a continuity issue there, but we'll get around that. So we do have some very nice footage of that car when it isn't absolutely pouring down, and in the sun as well. So we have that in the bag, in the can, as they say. We did the same thing with the bike to a degree. So we've got some footage of the bike. In fact, we've got quite a bit of B-roll of the bike already. But the whole point of today was for me to go and ride the bike somewhere and use the battery up a bit. I'll be completely honest. I do not fancy doing it in this weather. Could it be funny? Maybe. Do I want to do it? No. I'll be completely honest. I don't know if I want to put myself through that, really. I'll get all wet. The bike will get wet. I have to put it back in the car, which is a tricky job anyway. That car isn't really built for that. I mean, I've been careful with it, obviously, but oh, this is so annoying. Britain, why do you do this? Well, I can't get back to sleep, partly because this thing rocks in the wind, and it's just noisy. So, coffee. That'll make everything better. It won't, but I can have a coffee at least. Okay, so just thinking through my options. I basically have two. Neither are ideal, really, but we are where we are. The first one is to do what I set out to do, which is to film myself talking about the car for a little bit. Don't need to do much of that, to be fair, but just talking about it a little bit, and then do some riding on the bike and talking about the bike. Now, the problem with that is that does require non-atrocious weather, really. I mean, if it was raining a little bit, that would be fine. This isn't just raining a little bit, though. This is You definitely can't see it on this video, but there's driving rain coming past here. The wind is really bad. That's one of the main problems, actually. You just can't film in wind like that. You know, even with a waterproof camera, audio is a massive issue in the wind. So the only filming I can do today really is inside the car, which, I mean, that doesn't really help anything. I suppose I can do the interior stuff. I could do that, couldn't I? I might do that. Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do. Because the second option is just to bin this off and go back to the studio and do the filming, the A-roll, talking about the car and talking about the bike in the comfort of the studio, and then lead that into a long-term review of the bike. Because I don't know if we can keep it or not. I'm hoping we can. If we can, I can then, you know, in a couple of months' time, because I am using it, and it's a brilliant bike, by the way. It's not cheap, but it's very, very good. So that would lead into a long-term review. Oh, it's just such a shame the weather's not better. It really is. I can't see myself doing this today in this. I think I've talked myself out of it. I think the plan is going to be to finish this coffee, do a little bit for the video about it being horrendous weather, packing up, getting into the car, talking about the interior of the car, and then making the thing about the whole point of me going back to the studio to talk about the rest of the car and the bike. Because we do have that B-roll, in fairness. That was such a smart move. I'm not just saying, check us out, but that was such a smart thing to do. Always plan for the worst, guys, if you get into this game. Because the one thing that you cannot control, the one element of filming, and unless you're always in a studio, is the weather. It's the one factor that is totally down to Mother Nature, and if it's bad like this, you can't do anything about it. If it's beautiful, you're lucky, basically. So I can't sit here and cry over spilt milk. This is still a very cool job. It's just annoying because it would have been lovely. Never mind. Anyway, let's stop moaning. Coffee, clear stuff up, and then, I mean, just getting out of this place is going to be two things I'm worried about there. Leaving this hut and walking over to the car is just, I'm going to get soaked. I mean, that's whatever. I'm slightly worried about the roads. The roads coming into here were narrow, small. It's not stopped raining since yesterday morning. I hope there's no flooding, because that's a much bigger problem. Let's cross that bridge when we get to it. Well, hopefully we won't get to it. It's going to be fine. Literally just walking to the car, which is just there, soaked. Anyway, goodbye, little shepherd's hut. It's been emotional. It hasn't been emotional at all. It's just been wet and horrible. Not your fault though. This is lovely. I'm not looking forward to this part of the journey. Okay, so I filmed some stuff in here, so that's that done. I've now put my home address into the sat nav. I now need to navigate out of here, which that's something to film. There's something I need to film. Bear with me. Okay, that's that filming done. I just wanted to get a view of the rear parking camera thing. I need to really concentrate on this. I'm not looking forward to this drive. I love driving, big fan of driving, and I've driven in some very challenging conditions in the past, but this feels on a completely different level, mainly because this car isn't mine and the value of this car. I've got to reverse, unfortunately, up this. I'm never going to do a 3-point turn there, so I will have to reverse. out of this drive, which is so tight. So tight. They didn't mention this in their little thing. Oh, that reversing camera is so handy though. So useful. Still. Slightly concerned that I might hit something, but I think I'm okay. No, we're okay, we're fine. We are fine. Oh, it's lovely getting these nice things to try out, but when you're responsible for them, it's not much fun. No, that's fine, it's fine. There's so much water. The problem is there's so much wind and rain. It's obstructing the view. Okay, we're clear of that obstacle. That's fine. Now I'm reversing. Let me show you what I can see. I shouldn't film at the same time, obviously, but I'm not on the public road. This is what I can see. So I'm now reversing slowly backwards. I've got to go through this gate. Okay, going through this gate, I need to do with both hands. I definitely need to do with both hands. Here we go. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm not at all. I'm not enjoying this, just so you know. Right, let's squeeze through here. I'm relying completely on the camera system. I know you're not supposed to do that. It's now saying, is the camera dirty? Of course it's dirty. Have you seen the weather? Right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, I think we're out. We are out. We're onto the road. Okay, I do need to go up this drive because I need to go up that way, I think. Oh my good word, this is frightening. Problem is, there's a bush there. How am I supposed to get round here? I need to go up that lane. Do I just drive? Maybe I try driving down there. Maybe there'll be a way out down there. Let's do that. Let's go down this road down here. This car has lots of very expensive options, and one of them is the wheels. It's got BMW individual wheels, which I don't think are very cheap. They're obviously not very cheap. Anyway, we're on the road. I've lost my sat-nav. Where's the sat-nav? Where am I going? If anything comes the other way, I'm screwed, basically. Oh, this looks horrendous down here. Okay, I appreciate you can't see this, but talking to you is making me feel a little bit better. The problem is I don't know where this ends up. Although, the sat-nav's come back. We have sat-nav, so clearly this is a route out. It's not telling me to turn around. That's good. There's some massive potholes. Huge potholes, that's fine. Got around that one. Down we go. Oh, this weather, guys. Seriously, it would have been amazing. Look, it's such a lovely place around here as well. Let me just, can I show you this? There's no one around here. Let's stop safely and then show you very quickly. Look at it, look. It's beautiful. That's the road that I've got to navigate. Has it stopped raining? No, it hasn't stopped raining. I briefly thought it had stopped raining then. Okay, let's go up here. What I don't want to see is someone in a Land Rover or a tractor coming the other way. If that happens, it's one of those roads where there's no turning, there's no passing places. Or if there are, they're very few and far between. So you have to just. It's weird. I don't know if you've driven in these sort of roads before. It always amazes me how often you get through them without seeing anyone coming the other way. You think, well, I'm going this way. Surely other people must be going this way. Okay, we're out of that bit. That was nicely done. No, this is all right. I think we're fine. I think we're good. Well, I can confirm that the weather definitely hasn't improved. If anything, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Massive puddle. No, that's fine. It's getting worse and worse and worse. I think I do have an internet connection. Yeah, the internet connection has arrived. Where am I going here? I have no idea. It wants me to go straight on. I cannot go straight on. There's no road straight on. What does it mean by that? Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, there's not a road. Oh, it means going up there. I don't want to go up there. Yeah, I don't want to go up there. I'm going to go this way. That's better. This looks much more civilized. Yeah, the weather, I can't see anything now. It's just foggy and horrible. Never mind. Let's go and find some breakfast. We are back in civilization. We're on the A53. This is a normal road. Goodbye Peak District. It's been, what has it been? I have no idea what it's been. This video has been such a washout. I wrote a Substack post about this earlier in the hut, and mentioned that in that post that I think this is the worst example of weather stopping play for one of my videos. I've had a few instances where it's got in the way and it's delayed things or whatever, but this is the worst example where we've booked something with big ideas about what to do, and then I've got there, and literally can't do what you planned. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've shot a lot of stuff yesterday and a bit this morning as well for the video. We had the stuff obviously earlier in the week, but so it's not a completely wasted trip, but I haven't really got out of it what I wanted to get out of it in terms of the footage at the hut. That is a shame, really. Will it detract from the video? I don't know. This probably isn't going to be a big video anyway. It's not our bread and butter. It's a bit of a punt, really, in terms of the topic and the stuff that we're putting into it. But we want to experiment and stuff, so it's just a shame the weather didn't play ball. Anyway, I'm on the road now. I'm going to find some breakfast, do a bit of work on the road, get back to the studio and film the rest of this video. Time check. It is 8:04 and I'm 75 miles away from home. About an hour and 24 minutes to get there. Haven't had breakfast yet. I'm completely in civilization now. The rain has stopped. It hasn't really brightened up, but it's has it? No, it hasn't stopped. It's just spitting now. It's nothing like it was back there. I was sitting here thinking, should I just do the bike thing? But no, I've made the decision. I want to use the B-roll we've got already, and that's not going to happen. So the plan remains, but I do still need some breakfast. And traffic isn't helping because it's just crawling along. Do I moan a lot in these vlogs? I'm a bit worried that I moan too much. It's a way of venting, actually. It's a bit of a... I do find this quite therapeutic, this vlogging thing. I get to talk to you and tell you about all the annoying things that happen. And they're not actually that annoying. This is still the best job in the world, and I love it. But yeah, there are some challenges which crop up occasionally, which can be quite annoying. Never mind. I'm sure breakfast is literally just around the corner. Stafford services to the rescue. I often think I'd hate to know how much of my life I've spent in service stations, because it's quite a lot. McDonald's breakfast to the rescue, always. Now, obviously, now that I'm on the M6, the weather is okay. This would have been perfect shooting conditions for the bike and the car. But I'm an hour away from home now. I've made my decision, and I'm not going back. I'm not going to go back to where I was, obviously. So, okay. I won't keep moaning. But yeah, these are perfect shooting conditions. No rain, no harsh sunlight, cloud, which helps with, keeping your exposure nice and on point. Yeah, ideal. Imagine if it had been like this at that hut this morning and last night. That would have been great, wouldn't it? Okay, back in the studio, and one thing I've been working on this afternoon is really how can I put this? Frightening, because it's the first big clash I've had between an event a very big event and a very big personal thing. I'm working on it. Someone else is now working on it. I'll update you when I can tell you more, but I'll come on to that in a bit, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I've done everything. I'm using you guys now as a way to remind myself, or kind of go through the things that I've needed to do since I got back to make sure I've done them. So I shot the remaining stuff about the car and the bike and the wrap up for the whole video, ironically, sat here rather than out in the field. And actually, the quick weather update, time check 1:06 p.m. The weather now is perfect for shooting, obviously, as in filming. Of course it is. Anyway, so I've done that. So I've finished that video basically in terms of the filming of the A-roll. I've also filmed the sponsor stuff. So I've done the sponsor read. I've done a few top-down shots of the sponsored products for this video. What else have I done? I've put all that stuff into the computer, onto the drive for Niall, so he can start editing it very soon. The one thing I haven't done is one last bit of the sponsor footage, which I need to do in my car. It will make sense when you see this video, I promise. So I've done that. What else have I got to do? I've scheduled tomorrow's Substack post, because why not? What's on my to-do list? What else? They were the main thing. Oh no, I've got to finish off another video. Of course I have. There's another video that I need to shoot some footage for. Can't show you that one because it needs approving, all that sort of stuff, but I need to do that now, really. It's kind of beyond lunchtime. I'm going to the gym. I have to go to the gym. I need it, but it's going to be in a bit, and then I need to get the car cleaned because it's going back tomorrow. Happy days. Okay, sponsor read for the other video done. It wasn't a sponsor read, it was just basically sometimes when you send videos off for approval to sponsors, they come back with one or two amendments. It is never ever, I promise, to change my opinion of something. It's normally because I've got something wrong, and this time I got the pricing wrong of something, which meant I had to reshoot bits, and you won't spot it because the editing's so good, obviously. Check me out, I'm joking. But you won't spot it because I've been doing this for quite a while now, and I know how to edit these things in. But I don't know why I've just turned that light off and made myself darker. Let's sit over here. Anyway, guys, I am gonna switch off now, as in turn this vlog off, because not forever. Don't worry, this is just the end of this episode. It's 2:20, and I need to go to the gym now and blow off some steam. And I've got a podcast tonight as well, so I'm recording the 8 or 16 podcast with Rob. So that means I need to crack on with that. As always, thank you for watching this far. If you have done, hit subscribe if you haven't done already. Give the video a thumbs up, please. Tell your mates. And I'll be back very soon, obviously. See you then.